I spoke with 53 e-commerce brands last month. Everyone have one pain in common. Paid ads are not working for our brand very well. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Well, I'm Usman, founder of MUF Media, performance marketing agency who guarantees 3x the sales of footwear and apparel brands in less than 90 days or gives them a 50% refund. In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose exactly what's killing your paid ads. And more importantly, I'm going to give you the formula to fix it. And I guarantee you, inshallah, if you implement everything I'm going to show you in this video meticulously, your ads will never be the same again. But first, let me tell you something that genuinely shocked me after that 53 conversations. Almost every single brand making the same mistake. Different products, different angles, different budgets, the same mistake. They were all running mediocre image ads. Look, I need you to understand something very important before we go any further. We are living in the most competitive era of attention in the human history. Think about it. Your customer wakes up in the morning, checks their phone, and within the first 10 minutes, they've already seen hundreds of things seeking for their attention. News, memes, friendly stories, wars, political chaos, and so much more. Designed by the smartest psychologists and engineers in the world, only to keep them glued to that screen. You know what the highest paid employees in these large corporations like Meta, Apple, Google, TikTok are? Not developers, no marketers, not anything else. It's psychologists. Their only job is to deeply analyze the human behavior and keep you addicted to scrolling. And then you, with your static image ad, with a white background and a buy now CTA, fighting for their attention. My friend, that's not an ad. That's just a noise. And the worst thing is you are paying Meta to show that noise. Isn't it stupidity? So the question is, what's the solution? The answer is video ads. Not any type of video. People mess it up with a lot of futile things. The solution is basically a VSL, video sales letter. And if you have never heard about this before, don't worry. I'm going to break it down for you step by step. This one single piece of content, if done right, is as powerful as nothing else in your entire marketing strategy. And it all starts with the first 3 seconds grabber, which moves us to the step number 1. When was the last time you stopped scrolling because of an ad? Not just paused, actually stopped, then went and bought something. Think about what made you stop. I guarantee this wasn't a product, this wasn't a discount, this wasn't a free shipping. It was something unexpected, something that interrupts your pattern, or something your brain couldn't just scroll past. And that is exactly what your first 3 seconds of the video ad should do. Due to the scrolling addiction in the humans, the attention span of humans left less than 3 seconds. Listen again, less than 3 seconds. And it is reducing day by day. And here's what most people don't understand about this. That 3-second grabber don't have to do anything about your product. That's not crucial. It could be anything, whether it's related to your product or not. It should interrupt the pattern. It should grab them from the jugular. Like, imagine your ad opens with something saying, I spent 4,000 on Facebook ads and got just 4 sales. You are stopping, alright? Of course you are, because there's a pattern interrupt. It's unexpected. It creates a curiosity, alright? So before you shoot your next ad, ask yourself a question. Am I going to stop scrolling or not? The answer is no. Go back and fix 3-second grabber, because without that 3-second grabber, everything else is completely futile. Which moves us to the step number 2. Introduce the problem. Once you have stopped the scroll and grab them in the first 3 seconds, the next thing you need to do is introduce the problem. And I want you to pay very close attention, because 99% of brands even understand this first part, lose 99% of sales because after that 3-second grabber, they instantly start talking about their product, how good their product is, what are the features of their product, how many colors, how many things, and blah blah blah. Guess what? 99% just shut off, because nobody wakes up in the morning thinking about your product. They have their own problems, their own desires, their own issues. So rather than introducing a product after the hook, introduce the problem that makes them feel connected. Wait, this person gets me. This person gets exactly what I'm going through. All right. Maybe it's the embarrassment of showing up in an important event with the wrong outfit. Maybe it's the frustration of buying cheap products that fall apart at 2 weeks. Whatever it is, make them feel like you understand them. Because here's the truth about buying that nobody talks about. People buy on emotions and they justify on intellect. They make the decision to buy something because they feel connected, right? They feel something that they should buy. So if you want their money, you need to earn their emotions first. It moves us to the step number 3. Agitate. Now you have grabbed them from their jugular. Now you have introduced the problem. They are nodding their heads because they understand that you understand them. Now you need to burn that problem. Agitate that problem because they have normalized that particular problem in their lives. You need to agitate it and make them feel like, why am I living with this problem? Am I stupid? Honestly, you want to make emotional connection here. In burning stage, agitating stage, you need to connect with them emotionally. Sing back their stories, what their life, messy life looks like. And if you define everything so precisely, they will feel like you are understanding them and you are living in their head. This is exactly where 90% of time trust bears up. And as a brand, the trust is the real currency. Which moves us to the step number 4, pressing the solution. Now this is the moment they have been waiting for. Well, stop their scroll. You have introduced the problem. You have burned it and agitated it. Now this is the time to introduce your product as a solution, not a product. Most people get it wrong. Like, your product should be a transformation. What their life looks like, and after buying that product, what their life will looks like. Not something like, buy this and you will solve that problem. No, not like, this is our new leather boots. Something like, this is what your life looks like when you are completely get rid of pain. This is what your morning look like when you never have to think about the foot pin again. Look, there's something different, right? One is talking about their product. Second is talking about their transformed life, the new version of their life. And someone said, people don't buy the products, they buy the transformations. Which moves us to the step number 5. You need to summarize the value of your product with 5 bullet points. Because at this point, their logical brains wake up and start making questions and excuses to not to buy that product. And these 5 bullets should be the answers of their questions. But here's the important part, what most people ignore. The 5 bullet points should never be about your product's features, because nobody cares about the features. Use the formula, the most important but very simple formula: feature plus benefit plus which means. For example, instead of saying made with premium leather, which means the more you wear it, the more comfortable it gets, which means you are never breaking up in a foot pain again. See how that lands completely different. All right, do this for the 5 key aspects of your product. After that, you have almost done. Your viewer thinks like this is the biggest mistake of their week if they don't buy this product. Which moves us to the step number 6. At this step, most brands are still wondering if they miss this step. They still wonder why they are not making money, why they are wasting money on ads. 3 reasons to act now. At this point, every brand, human, marketer, everyone needs to understand. If your customer don't take action right now, when will they take it? Never. They got distracted to another device, to another application. They forgot your brand completely. So your job in this step is to give them their 3 real reasons why should they act now. And the most powerful one is urgency, but not fake urgency, right? Not sales end after 12 hours and it never ends. So don't be fake. It will kill your trust. You can say something, 3 pieces left for your size, and definitely it's a very broad one, so that's gonna be 100% true. Again, like this offer is only available till Friday because that's when our supplier prices changes, or anything else. Give them 3 genuine reasons to act now. In 99% of time, they will act. Second reason should be a bonus. If they act now, they will get free shipping or something else. And the third reason, at this point, you can tell them, you can evaluate and assess the cost of not taking action right now. Tell them if they don't take action right now, what their life looks like after 3 months. It would be the same, right? So 3 reasons and they will act. I'm 1000% sure at this point, inshallah. Moves us to the step number 7, call to action. At this point, you don't have to be so generic, and this sounds very obvious, right? But you have to be a little bit different from the competitors. Don't be like visit the website, learn more. Don't be like that. Ask them to hit the button below, swipe your card right now, and go to website and tell me which payment method you want to use today. And be direct, be very clear, be very confident at this point. After evaluating the price, just tell them it's $799. Hit the link below to buy it right now. Or it's $799. Click the link below and tell which payment method you want to use today. So that's the crux. Let's quickly recap and summarize what we have covered in this video. First of all, add a 3-second grabber that grabs them from the jugular, that interrupts their pattern. Second, introduce the problem. Third, agitate it, make it the biggest pain in their life, and unnormalize it. Third, present your product as a solution and as a transformation. 5 powerful bullets using feature plus benefit plus which means formula. 6, 3 rare reasons to act now. And 7th, a clear, confident, straight shooter call to action with a price tag. And that's it. Do this, and I guarantee you, inshallah, if you implement all these steps meticulously, your sales will blow up like this, inshallah. And if you want us to personally do this and implement the exact formula to your brand, the link is in description. We accept 3 footwear brands a month. There's still a window open. That's your opportunity. And if this was useful, hit the subscribe button, because everything I make on this channel is for one goal: helping e-commerce brands to grow. I'll see you in the next one, inshallah. Subscribe.